Hey guys, it's Rain here, and I'm going to give you a Feral Druid PvP tutorial guide. We're first going to start off with spec. You're going to want 35 in Feral Combat, 6 in Restoration. This is basic Feral Druid spec. If you'd like to look at it, or Armory mate, I will leave my Armory link in the description box. This is the basic PvP spec. You can take the opponent's Primal Madness and put them in Fury Swipes or Perseverance. For glyphs, you're going to want Glyph of Berserk, Glyph of Barkskin, Glyph of Pounce, Glyph of Bloodletting, Glyph of Feral Charge, Glyph of Rip, Glyph of Mark of the Wild, Glyph of Dash, and Glyph of Unburdened Rebirth. As far as gear and gemming goes, you're always going to want Mastery on your gear. The hit cap is 600. You're going to want your hit over 600, but you're going to want it as close to 600. Don't go under hit cap, that's bad. And once you're full Cataclysmic, you should be able to forge a piece or two out of it for Mastery. Getting the hit belt and the hit wrist might eliminate all needs for hit enchants and gems. Spell penetration for a Feral Druid is 195. Having 2 epic spell penetration gems and the back enchant will bring you to 196. You can also use the regular spell pen gems, but you might need more. For your belt, if you're spell pen capped, you will not need a blue gem in the first socket, so you can put a 40 agility in that. As far as macros and such go, I will leave links in the description box for macros that other Feral Druids might find useful. I found them very useful. For trinkets, you're going to want the Cataclysmic Gladiator's Badge of Conquest, or the Ruthless Gladiator's Badge of Conquest. And you're going to want to bind it to Berserk or Tiger's Fury, preferably Berserk. Reforge out of Crit for Mastery, I don't know if I already said that. Enchanting will probably go 60 Agility, 35 Resilience. I have 500 Inscription, so I have the Inscription Enchant for 130 Agility and 25 Mastery. If you cannot do this, then do the Agility Enchant from the PvP vendor. 70 Spell Pen to back piece, 20 plus all stats to chest piece, 50 agility to wrist, 130 agility to weapon. And for the new ferals out there, you don't get landslide because 130 agility is much more beneficial than landslide, because you get dodge, you get crit, you get attack power from agility, and this is all constant. Landslide's a proc, so it won't help as much. You're going to want 65 mastery on your gloves, of course a belt buckle on your belt. You're going to want 190 attack power and 55 critical on your pants, and 50 mastery on your boots. I'm not sure if you can get better enchants. You can get 40 resilience on your chest, but I do not like 40 resilience because we have bear form, so I mean 40 resilience really isn't going to make that much of a difference. As far as class or race goes for Druid, it's really what you like better in the end, but Shadow Meld versus the Sprint, Shadow Meld is definitely better for Feral Druid, so if you're thinking of making a Feral Druid or have the money to like change it or whatever, Night Elf would probably be your better choice for PvP for more utility over the Sprint, unless of course you play Resto off spec, and that'll be perfectly fine. Rotation. There really isn't a rotation for Feral Druids. Keep your bleeds up, rake and rip. Rip should always be used at 5 combo points, never less than, unless you're trying to get an instant cyclone earlier, but it's a waste of combo points. Keep Mangle up for the bleed effect, unless you're running with a warrior or a rogue or somebody who can keep it up. Shred is your main ability, always shred. Don't mangle spam. I got into that habit when I was learning my Feral Druid, and it was a horrible habit habit to break, and Shred is just a much better attack. It does so much more damage, and you'll come to learn that you don't do damage with Shred, really. When you burst, when you pop your Cataclysmic Trinket, like that, your bleeds get buffed. So you're going to need to reapply your bleeds whenever you pop cooldowns. That's why sometimes if you are trying to reapply a bleed after the trinket runs out, and I'll say a more powerful spell is active, that's because of your trinket, and you're going to have to wait, so don't freak out because of that. You're not doing anything wrong. Always keep Fairy Fire up. Fairy Fire keeps targets from stealthing. It keeps them from stealthing. And they have 12% less armor, so it's great for damage, and it's dispel protection. I mean, if you're running with a caster that has, let's say, you're running FMP, Novus, and Polys, all that stuff, it's dispel protection. It's one more thing that somebody's gonna dispel. Bear form, since I nerfed Vengeance, you don't put out much pressure in bear form. The bear form is best used defensively. For enrage regen, you're always going to want to play in cat, though, especially with the upcoming update where they're taking away bear PvP pretty much and Darren, so don't get in the habit of loving your bear. I've seen a lot of feral druids, the second they get hit, they go into bear, and you're not supposed to do that. It nerfs your damage since Vengeance is gone, and the only time you're really going to put out pressure with bear at all is with Berserk, and even then, it's very light pressure. Enraged, or Frenzied Regeneration is great. Use it with the Enrage, and get your health back if you're low, and switch back to cat. Do not play bear really hard. I'm telling you this right now, I see so many pros doing it, it just drives me up the wall. For duels and stuff, for rogues, I'd start out in bear and try to like flip around and bash them if you can. I'm posting a link in the description box to a bash macro, which will automatically put you in bear form. It will use Enrage for bear form, and then it will bash the target, which is a great one-touch button. There's going to be a lot of one-touch macros. I will upload videos and stuff on arenas and PvP. You can see how I do it. So yeah, guys, I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions or anything like that, please send me a message, leave a comment below, you know, anything. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Later.